Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're talking about something I think a lot of us feel. That kind of quiet, slightly empty feeling that can creep in once the blessed month of Ramadan is over. We're going to dive into how to navigate that spiritual shift and, keep that amazing momentum going.
So the feasts are done, the family gatherings have wound down, and all the Eid Mubarak greetings have been exchanged. But now, in the quiet that comes after, you might just feel a little flat, a sense of emptiness, maybe. If that sounds at all familiar, then you are in exactly the right place.
So what is this feeling, really? Well, first things first, you need to know it is not just you, and it is definitely not a sign that you did anything wrong. It's actually a super common experience, and we're going to call it the post-Ramadan slump. What you're likely experiencing is often called the post-Ramadan blues. It's that really common feeling of sadness or spiritual decline that sets in once the incredible intensity and community of Ramadan comes to an end. The most important thing to get right now is that this is a known thing. You are absolutely not alone in feeling this way.
So what does this slump actually feel like? I mean, do any of these hit home for you? Maybe a little bit of guilt that your worship isn't at that same high level? Or just genuinely missing that beautiful spiritual routine you had going? Or maybe it's just a general sense of emptiness and, let's be real, fatigue. These are the classic signs, and they're a totally normal part of transitioning back.
Okay, so we know what it is. Now, how do we start to deal with it? Well, the first and most powerful step isn't about doing more. It's about thinking differently. We have to make a really crucial mindset shift, from guilt to gratitude. This slide just captures that internal battle perfectly, doesn't it? On the left, you've got that nagging voice of guilt. I've lost my momentum, or I'm just not doing enough anymore. But just look at the powerful reframe on the right. Instead of what you've lost, you focus on what you had. You can be thankful for the strength God gave me, or grateful for the experience. It's about making a conscious choice to switch from self-criticism to sincere appreciation.
And this might be the most important reframing of all. Feeling sad that Ramadan is over is not a sign of your failure. It is a sign of your success. It's proof that you connected so deeply with that spiritual state that you genuinely loved it and now you miss it. See? It's a sign of love, not a sign of weakness.
This beautiful teaching really gets to the heart of how we should move forward. The goal was never to maintain that peak Ramadan intensity for the other 11 months. I mean, who could? That would be totally unsustainable. Instead, the true measure of success is in consistency, even with the smallest of actions.
So we've adjusted our mindset, but how do we actually put that into practice? Well, it all starts with translating that big idea of consistency into small daily habits that have a really big impact.
Here's a super simple, totally manageable plan. First, just keep one small habit going. Seriously, just one. It's so much easier to maintain momentum than to have to restart from a dead stop. Second, think about fasting the 6 days of Shawwal. It's the perfect bridge. And third, really double down your focus on your daily prayers. After Ramadan's spiritual protection, it's even more important to stay vigilant and connected.
And let's just pause on that for a second. Fasting these 6 optional days in Shawwal doesn't just help ease your body out of the daily fasting routine, but look at that incredible reward. It's considered equivalent to having fasted for an entire year. I mean, what a beautiful opportunity to carry that goodness forward.
So what does a small, consistent habit even look like in real life? Well, here are some great concrete examples. It could be as simple as reading just one page of the Quran each day, or taking a few minutes for daily remembrance. Maybe it's setting up a tiny recurring donation to charity, or just being more mindful of honesty in your speech. Just pick one that feels doable for you. All right, so we've talked about our internal mindset and our personal habits, but let's be honest, a huge part of what makes Ramadan so special and what we miss so much is that connection with people. That brings us to our fourth point, tapping into the power of community. That incredible feeling of togetherness doesn't just have to vanish when Eid is over. We just have to be a little more intentional about it. Call up that friend you only see for iftar and grab a coffee. Shoot a text to the people you prayed next to at the masjid. Try to catch the evening prayer in congregation when you can. These little efforts make a huge difference in keeping that community spirit alive. Okay, let's start to bring this all together now by zooming out to the bigger picture. After everything is said and done, what was the whole point of it all? Let's take a moment to reflect on Ramadan's true goal. This is such a simple and yet incredibly powerful reminder. The God of Ramadan is the God of every other month. All that intense devotion, the prayer, the connection we felt, it was all practice. You can think of Ramadan as the spiritual training camp, designed to make us stronger for the rest of the year. These other 11 months, this is the field where we get to apply everything we learned.
And this really is the ultimate takeaway. If you come out of Ramadan expecting yourself to be perfect, you are just setting yourself up for disappointment. The real goal was never perfection. The goal was progress. To become a little bit better, a little more conscious, a little kinder. Spiritual growth is a continuous journey. It's not a destination you just arrive at.
And so that brings us to the end. I just want to leave you with this one question to think about. Don't get overwhelmed thinking about everything you did. Just focus on one. What is the one good habit you built in Ramadan that you are going to consciously choose to carry forward into the rest of your year? Thanks for joining me.